The House of Representatives Joint Petroleum Committees on Midstream and Downstream sector have commenced a thorough investigation into the alleged production, importation of adulterated substandard petroleum products, the non-availability of crude oil needed by domestic refineries, and broader threats to Nigeria's energy security. The Joint Investigative Committees, chaired by Honorable Kengai Mo Ugochinyere, Downstream, the Honorable Henry Okoje, the Midstream, at the inaugural meeting on Monday, called on all stakeholders to provide support and essential information, domestication, documentation to help the investigation. The Deputy Speaker, while performing the inauguration of the committee, charged stakeholders to hold dearly the sacred principles of transparency, fairness, justice, and professionalism in going about their mandate. And he has also charged the committee to consider the interests of the people and also the interests of Nigerians in their investigative activities, and he warned them not to compromise the core values of the 10th House of Representatives. This warning is very important for this investigation. The chairman of the Downstream, Ikenga Imo Ugochinyere, who has the joint investigation, and Honorable Henry Okoje, the chairman, Midstream, has urged refinery operators, importers and producers and marketers as well of petroleum products to share their complaints, suggestions and independent facts. They disclosed that the investigation will proceed in phases, starting with the investigation of allegations of local production and importation of substandard petroleum products, as well as the critical issue of crude oil non-availability to refineries and circumstances surrounding it. We heard the other time when Dangote actually made that complaint, and then we heard that Dangote now had to import a lot from another country. And Nigerians are like, what? We have this here. What's going on? This is looking like sabotage, some people said. But let's get your thoughts on this. Now the reps have, started investigations. Investigations have started concerning importation of adulterated petroleum products.
Well, the issue of importing adulterated products, most times you rob Peter to pay Paul. That's what happens in Nigeria. You are against the artisan refiners who are illegal in Nigeria. That's the popular AK called fire. You are against their local refining. And then now you are still going to buy adulterated fuel, which our young brothers and sisters we are helping to provide, though on illegal arrangements. So why not, as a government, still look at the issue of collaborating with these young illegal refiners?
I understand that the government does not support importing adulterated fuel.
That's what we are saying now. Where the available is not, the desirable is not available. The available become the desirable. The importers of the, what do you call it? What's the right word there?
Petroleum products.
Is it fake or what is the right word?
Adulterated.
Adulterated, which is still fake, not very original. The issue of importing adulterated petroleum product is because they couldn't afford or see the original. So they are importing adulterated product. So that's the ones they can afford. That's the one they feel they can sell to Nigerians. Nigeria is a dumping ground for every bad product in the world. So we are feeling that it's not a good thing for business owners who are into crude business to import adulterated product. And then number two, the issue of giving local refineries products has been a big challenge here. And I said the last time that the reason why most of these managers of our crude are not giving our local refineries the desired crude is because they will not make more money. When they export our crude in the normal way they have been used to, one, there will be money made in exporting those crudes. the crude will be sold in dollars. Of course, you know the big difference between our naira and our dollar. So they stand the chances of making more money by exporting our crude, thereby denying our local refineries of the product. And I appealed the last time that even though they will make more money, let them consider the common Nigerians. Let them consider the way our economy is right now, that our local refineries having this crude will help us more than the money they have been making before in the exportation of the crude, because they are going to have more money in doing that. And then I also know that part of the challenges in that oil industry right now is because most Nigerians, most people already have vessels that is going to be used for importation and exportation of these crude products. It was because of that nature of business that made them to invest in that area. So now you want to stop that business. So the big question is, do you feel that they will watch you as a businessman and then you grant their business? The answer is simple, no. So my appeal to those of our brothers who have vessels, that you have invested in this oil sector. Nobody is trying to say that your business should be grounded. But I will also want to appeal to you that, look, refining this product within Nigeria, if it's going to help all of us as Nigerians, let us not look at it that Dangote has come to hijack the oil sector again. You know, let us look at it in a way that this is going to help us. You can review your business, you know, idea. The importation of and the exportation of crude products, you know, within and out of Nigeria with your vessel may not be the only way God will use in blessing you.
You need to also understand, I understand all of your explanations, but back to the part where you're saying, instead of bringing in these adulterated products, why don't we just use, you know, the one that we have here and encourage the illegal refiners and, you know, make it legal and all of those things you have been clamoring for even on other days on this show. But let's understand that the government is not in support of importing adulterated fuel. So it's not like we need adulterated, we are okay with adulterated fuel, so instead of us to import it, why don't we just use the one that we have here?
I know very well.
If we're talking about refining our products here, then we should also be looking at the government making our refineries functional, like they have promised that before December, before the end of this year, we'll have that. We should be, those are the conversations, don't you think those are the conversations we should be having?
Yes, well, I understand. I have never said that the government should support the illegal refiners. But we have advocated that if there was a way before now that our refineries, there's a move to refine them, we are saying that these are artisan local refiners. Why don't you organize them, make them legal, and then let them begin to refine these products in a more better way that they have been doing?
Well,
now,
instead, what about making our refineries functional and then bringing in these guys to work with us?
You see, even they are not used to that modern facility of refining this product.
So how do you mean make it different?
Now, I don't.
You say that.
I have not been close to them how they refine it, but I've heard that most of the fuel product we use are from those kind of arrangement, those condensate fuel, which are not the best refined product. That the people still use it for cars, they use it for their generators and whatever. It powers, it functions well. So I was only trying to say, like the former vice president, Osibanjo, said, was advocating that we can license these guys, but they don't need to get this product by breaking the pipe. So in other words, NNPC is going to arrange how they will get this crude legally and begin to refine it. But my case
we
is,
should let them continue refining where they are.
No.
By legalizing it now, but they should be.
We have passed that phase.
What do you mean?
That advocacy was when there was no.
What is your advocacy now?
Yes, that advocacy was when our refineries was having no hope. But now there is hope in our refineries by the promises and what government is doing. So there is no need for such advocacies now.
We've been having these promises for...
No, let's give government that benefit of doubt.
We have been giving them the benefit of doubt.
They said August, December.
They called months before this year too.
When we get to those promises, this is a new government.
Okay.
Now let us give President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, His Excellency, the benefit of doubt.
It's a new government, but it's still Melekari.
No. You see, the will and the drive of every government is different. You can be in a position, you may function based on how your employer wants it. So now this is a new administration. So let us give the benefit of doubt that the promise they have made to Nigerians and to Mr. President, they will implement it. So our appeal is that the August, December is not too far. So try and keep to your promises so that we will not go backward again in the way we feel and the way we think.
Okay, back to your explanation where you said now there's hope, so we should look out for, we should look up to legalizing these refineries. You were trying to explain that.
I'm saying that the time we advocated for these local illegal refineries was when there was no hope in our own refineries. By then, Dangote has not come up to say, I want to invest in refinery. That time, there were local refineries, the Port Harcourt refinery, Kaduna, Warri. There was no effort being made, sincere and intentional effort, to get them fixed. So now we have seen and heard that these refineries will begin to function, maximally or optimally from August or thereabout. So we have been patient up till now. So let us wait. That's why I'm appealing to Nigerians. I'm also appealing to those who are in this industry, the oil industry, those who are into the refinery project, to speedize their actions and get these refineries ready. And then the issue of the product, I want to commend the House of Reps, for waking up to the responsibility. Honorable Gochinyere is one National Assembly member now. He has been an activist before going to the National Assembly. So that spirit of activism most time is being seen as some level of rascality in it. And that's why I am sure the Deputy Speaker who inaugurated that committee is advising that they should ensure that things are being done in line with the rules of the House. When you are an activist, sometimes you just want to get it right. And then the committee chairman, Honorable Gochinyere, coming from the activism point of view, most times his actions are seen to be very radical and not to be obeying rules. So I would like to support the Deputy Senate President to appeal to Honorable Gochinyere and his committee to do the work according to the rules.
So what do you think should be done now to prevent more of these cases where we'd have to sit down and start investigating importation of adulterated petroleum products?
You see, our system, we have so many corrupt elements in our system. Who are the people who loaded these products? Who are the people who certified these products? Who are the people who cleared these products? They are all Nigerians, and they are government institutions. These are people that we have employed to ensure that the right thing is being done to Nigerians. So these adulterated fuels or product did not just fly into Nigeria. It went through the waterways.
Investigations are
good, so
that they can identify these people.
Good, so that's why we are pleading that let us try and reduce corruption, because this corruption has not helped us. All of us are seeing it right now.
So we should, while we try to investigate and then actually carry out the law, what the law says against these people, that's prosecute the offenders now, we should also have hope and hold on till December to find out if the refineries
yes, it's not the investigation that will solve the problem.
That's why I asked you, what do you think we can do?
That is why,
besides just having hope and waiting for December,
what we can do is this passionate appeal.
We can
why I always appeal is that I know we have a lot of conspiration or conspiracy. The conspiracy in every sector of Nigeria is very high, and it's not what the common man can address.
That's
so the best thing, yes,
I'm not just talking about the common man
what we can do.
I'm talking about as a nation and the parastatals that are involved and in charge.
Good. What we can do is that the institutions of government that are responsible in providing this crude for our local refineries and ensuring that adulterated products should not come into Nigeria should repent, should change their mind and see that these things are inimical to Nigeria. We can only appeal.
You do not know that it's inimical.
No, we have.
I'm just asking for your recommendation.
My utmost recommendation is, one, Ugochinyeri's committee should carry out their investigation. Two, when the investigation report comes out and it is indicting, there should be a level of discipline. Nigerians want to see that the people who collaborated in ensuring that these things go on in Nigeria are disciplined. When we see that, it will work. But not again that Nigeria is waiting for this Maoga that has been there chopping money, eating money, has been excused out. It's my own time to continue with that evil. That's why I'm saying I'm appealing to those who are in that institution. Because in Nigeria, people will say, this man is bad, this man is bad. Only waiting for him to go out, and then they too will continue from that evil.
If we have all of these things here, which we already have the raw products, we have crude oil here. If we have our fuel here, if we have all of these things available enough in large quantities to address or to actually meet our needs here and also to export, then we will not need to be importing adulterated products in the first place.
Good.
So when we're talking about recommendations and what we can do now, we should be looking at solving the problem from the preventive, making sure it doesn't happen again. From prevention.
My recommendation will be very hard. You know why? All I will recommend is that every crude oil from River State should not leave River State. And then let the crude oil that is generated in River State be refined in River State. So by so doing, for Rivers people, I'm not talking for Rivers people, but we are talking about recommendation. But I was speaking as a Nigerian, somebody who is speaking on behalf of Nigerians. So, but if you ask me to speak as a Rivers man, I will tell you that all the crude oil in River State and Bayelsa should not leave Bayelsa, should not leave River State, so that it can be refined in our Port Harcourt refinery, and then there will be sure that the products are properly refined and not adulterated.
So until the refinery is even functional, we cannot even think about this.